Happy Hump Day. It is Wednesday and you are watching Smile the Coffee with Diana Master and Glendora Shapura. We are right in the middle of the week. I do have to say, I feel like this week has gone on for 3 months.
Really? What's going on in your life?
I'm tired. I'm tired.
You're tired. You're
City
tired.
girls are down.
You're tired is tired?
My moeg is moeg. No, the city girls are, whoa. Like, I think city girls just need a weekend off.
Not even a weekend, 2-week vacation.
You know what I need? I need a 6-month vacation.
Twice
a year.
Twice a year. Oh, yes.
That's all I need.
Now you're talking, girl. Now you're talking.
Right. Like just jet setting, just traveling the world. My only stress should be, what restaurant am I going to eat at today? My flight was cancelled.
Oh my God, it's so annoying.
So annoying.
You know, they bumped me down to like economy from first
Not even.
class.
They bumped me from first class to business. Now I just have to hear all these business people on the phone talking about has the merger been finalized? What merger? So, speaking of, someone said dating smart men is also stressful. Because people are saying, oh, dating broke men is so stressful. And someone's like, no, we don't talk about how stressful it is dating a smart, intelligent, educated man. Now he's there asking you, what do you think about the depreciation of the value of the rand? And you're there like...
The what? Depreciate? The what?
Uh-huh. And
I only know depreciation in accounting, assets and expenses.
At least
That's
you know,
all
I didn't do accounting. I'm just there like,
what?
I can speak Korean. Does that count for something? And so I saw the meme that said, it was a conversation between the guy and the girl. So the guy asks, how do you feel about the rand being manipulated? And then she replied, I feel angry. And he said, why? And she said, because being manipulated is not nice. Imagine how the rand feels. I was like, you know what? That's valid. That is valid. She has a point.
She has a
She's
point.
like, I'm angry with that emoji with the red-faced emoji. She's like, I'm angry.
Because you're not Google first. You know, if you're dating these smart guys, you gotta like, you know, every other conversation is like, because they always use like this, you know, like fancy words, and you're like, okay, then you take a while to respond. It's because I'm Googling.
You're Googling, you're like, what
oh,
does
this is what
mean?
it means. Okay, then you come back and respond.
Like,
it's literally that. Like,
no,
she should have done
man,
that. She should have done that.
Dating smart men is stressful.
No.
Because you don't want to look dumb.
Exactly.
Someone said, I'm so scared every time my boyfriend looks me deep in the eye,
like,
because I'm thinking, what if he's actually realizing how dumb I am?
There's a time that, now that you're talking about it, you know, finances is just not our thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Numbers is not our thing. And I was involved with somebody who's, okay, I don't want to say the position, but you know what I mean? He's
into money
finance,
and stuff. Yeah.
yes. And he was explaining to me, I think a corruption, something that happened, fraudulent money that was transferred and how it happened and how they were using what, offshore accounts, bonds, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, yeah, wow.
That's so bad.
I never felt dumber than I had to go Google. I was like, okay, I had to go teach myself after that.
And all like, that jargon that they use, they're like...
And especially...
Just use simple words.
Can you just explain to me like a normal person, please? Speak English.
Speak English, but then, you know, even sometimes that English, it's a lot. It's like, wait. Now imagine trying to have this conversation in a language you half speak. It's like...
yeah. Just like if I were to start speaking, you know, film talk, you know what I mean?
People
it's a different,
understand.
yes,
it's a different
they
thing.
missed the plot there, the climax, the what. They are not engaging.
There were so many plot holes.
Exactly. People will not understand that. What are you talking about? So I think...
No, not even. You know what? The technical terms.
The technical terms,
like,
yes.
So the gaffer the other day did this.
And
so
then
the best boy.
What do you mean the best?
What do you mean the best boy?
And then my DP did the most outrageous
thing ever.
Like, and then he got the lens, the what's
and
lens.
My EP,
yes.
everyone's just looking at you like, what
and
are
the
you
PA
saying?
on set, can you believe the PA on set was late? Like,
yeah,
what? And then like, what is going on here? So I think we should all be kind to each other.
We should be mindful
yes.
that people, not everyone knows exactly what you're talking about. I may work in the media, but do I know everything that's going on? No, I really don't, okay? You can't ask me to explain this scandal. I'll be like, sir, I really don't know.
I really don't.
It's online. Just go read it, okay?
Exactly.
Read it.
I
come
know
back and
the
explain to
gist
me.
of it, but I can't go into depth. You know what I mean?
I'm like, yeah, no, like just like it says in the paper, But anyway, we will now be taking a quick ad break and getting into our top stories. Stay tuned. Just a quick disclaimer, we are not as dumb as we appear to be. We're actually quite smart.
Yes, quite intelligent.
Quite intelligent. I just needed to put that out there so that y'all don't go around saying, oh, those two girls are so blonde. We're not. Okay.
We may have the looks, but it also comes with the brains.
Yes, brains and beauty and bronze as well.
Yes.
Nevertheless, Ashanti and Nelly are expecting their first child together, allegedly. So the singer, 43, and her 49-year-old R&B sensation partner, who already has daughter Chanel, 29, and son Cornell Haynes III, who is 24, with his ex Janetta Valentine, sparked pregnancy rumors over the weekend while at Nelly's Black and White Ball in St. Louis. A source has now told Us Weekly Nelly and Ashanti are welcoming their first baby together. While on stage together in St. Louis, foolish singer Ashanti rested her hands on her stomach in a heart shape, with Nelly immediately doing the same and rubbing his girlfriend's belly. After realizing they had potentially revealed they were expecting a child, the rapper pulled Ashanti close as they burst into laughter. An MC then made a comment about sealing the deal, with Nelly pointing at Ashanti's belly before he and his girlfriend both started laughing again. Ashanti and Nelly met in 2003 while at a Grammys Awards press conference, but called it quits after a decade together. In April, the twosome sparked talk they had reconciled while sitting ringside at a boxing match in Las Vegas. And after widespread rumors, the pair had secretly been dating for a few months. Nelly revealed in September that the pair was officially back together.
Oh, guys,
we love
this
to see
couple,
it. We love to see it.
It makes me believe in love. It makes me believe, like, sometimes, guys, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you gotta leave those people. Sometimes it's just wrong timing.
Right
people,
person, wrong time. Yeah.
Wrong timing. I'm just not ready for this, or there's just so much going on in my life. It's just the wrong timing, but you are the right person. You know what I'm saying? And don't take it personal. Things don't work out, guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's maybe a decade later that you guys need to meet again and reconnect, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because you need it.
Now finally your paths are aligned, because you know what they
Exactly.
always say, especially in like spirituality and all of those things.
Equally yoked.
They say this person has not evolved as much as the other person, so they can't be together.
Yes, and I
So-
think that's what happened here, because apparently there's so many memes going on that Nelly hasn't stopped smiling. Apparently, smile is just here ever since he got back. With
Dizzy
Ashanti.
boys worldwide. I love it. You know, for her birthday, he got her, it was a diamond encrusted watch.
Wow.
And I think a diamond, like it was just hearts, but they were made out of diamonds, a necklace. I was just like,
Oh, homeboy's rocking.
Nice, dizzy.
up.
Nice, dizzy.
He's
Love
dizzy.
it.
He's dizzy.
I love it.
Apparently, he has not stopped smiling ever since
that
he
is
got
so
back with her.
cute.
It's so cute.
but I like the fact that you said it's that thing of right person, wrong time.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, to a lot of people, they may be discouraged, like, oh, but when? Because I mean, these people are in their 40s.
Yes.
I'm sure at some
and
point
she's having
someone.
her first baby at 40.
At
something.
40. I'm sure
Yeah.
at some point someone there was like, yo, but is it ever going to happen for me? Just hang in there, sweetie.
Just
It is
hang in
coming.
there. It is coming. Now, getting to our next story. Speaking of gifts.
Yeah, okay.
A husband pays over $5,000 for friends and co-workers' Christmas presents, and wife is shocked to find out how much hers cost.
Let me guess.
How much?
$20.
Wow, right on the money.
Really?
Wow, I was shocked as well. To us, it's like, maybe it's like, yeah. Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year, although the holiday is all about appreciating everything we have and being grateful for our family and friends. It's also about getting gifts for our loved ones. Now, a married couple was about to spend their first Christmas together as a husband and wife after dating for 3 years. They had this tradition of buying gifts separately. Now, one day she was cleaning around the house. The woman accidentally stumbled upon her husband's Christmas gift list. She was curious to take a peek, but what she read left her in a state of shock. As she was going through the list, she noticed that her husband was very, very generous when he was picking gifts for his friends, co-workers, and family. Among the rest, he purchased a wristwatch worth $600. Woo! For a co-worker, a $250 bracelet for his sister-in-law, and $900 workout gear for a friend of his. However, when she finally spotted her name, she couldn't believe her eyes. The gift her husband chose for her was a stainless steel kitchen spoon set worth $20. At that moment, she felt both disappointment and rage. And after giving the entire situation a thought, she decided to confront him about the issue. Wow. Do you know what he said when she confronted him?
What did he say?
He said, "You are being a spoiled brat. You should be grateful for whatever you get."
A $20 silverware set, sir.
Guys, let's put this in
Sir.
Namibian dollars. This guy spent 5,000.
That's like what, 11?
No,
11K?
No, it's more. It's like round about 95K in Namibian dollars.
No, Glenora, what are you saying? 5,000 USD.
Yes, divided times 20 times 19. Let's quickly calculate it. Or
let's
50.
do the
It's round
math
about
because-
50 there.
No,
Yes.
no,
The
no,
dollar
no.
is, yes, it is.
What?
That's how much. That's how much he spent on his
He
family
spent
and friends.
95,000
On his
dollars.
on his family and co-workers even. Like what? Your friends, maybe I can understand. Your co-worker, what? And not on me. You spend that much.
No. Honestly, for the co-worker, it's giving work wife. It's giving work wife vibes.
Yeah.
And also for the, why are you buying $900 worth of workout gear? I just want to know.
That's
I
really-
just want to know.
that's a lot of
I'm
money.
just curious because what?
That's a lot.
Nah.
That's a lot. Like for a friend. Like what is that? What is that?
A friend
your
and for your
wife gets.
sister-in-law.
Wow.
Why are you buying your sister-in-law a tennis bracelet
Bruh.
made
And
of
it's
diamonds? No, she needs to investigate.
No, that's actually weird.
Something is happening.
That's very weird. If somebody gifted me something so expensive and then I found out that they spent that much less on their actual spouse,
It's a silverware set for me. It's not even for her, it's for the house.
it's for the house. Yeah, he's gonna use it.
Nevertheless, in the last of our stories, thanks but no thanks. Waiter rejects a tip after patron leaves a 5 Rand tip on a 480 Rand bill. We all know that times are tough for everyone, but if you can afford to dine out, surely you can afford to tip your waiter. To tip or not to tip has been an ongoing debate, especially on social media. The issue has once again come up after a video of a patron leaving a waiter a 5 Rand tip popped up on X. Originally posted on TikTok, the clip was reposted by Yolokazi Chagi with the caption, "Their restaurant bill was a total of 400 Rand and tipped a waiter with 5 Rand. He rejected it and they want to know if you were them, how would you feel about the rejection? Hello guys, so I'm a Dan Anchor. So what happened is that we are out. We ordered and the bill came and the person I'm with said, I'm not going to be able to tip this guy. So I gave the tip of 5 Rand. Tell me if I'm wrong." He went on to explain that the waiter counted the total of the bill, which was 480 Rand, and afterwards he gave the patron the 5 Rand back and said, "Thank you and goodbye." He concluded by saying that he was giving his 5 Rand out of his heart.
Out of his heart, guys. That's all that.
Honestly, I don't know how to feel about the whole situation, right? Because in all honesty, you'd feel bad to just leave without tipping.
Exactly.
But at the same time, 5 Rand it's insulting. Come on now. You just had food for 480 Rand. And why are you going to eat without any money of your own? Right?
Yeah, to be
I always
fair.
say if someone invites you out, always bring your own money and always eat within your budget.
And I don't like that when people, you invite them out and then they now start, ordering exorbitant things and expensive things that they otherwise would not afford on their own. That's just not fair. I worked in the service industry for some time, and honestly, tipping is how the people in the service industry make their
money.
Yes. So that 10% story.
Isn't it 20?
Yeah, 20 or 10, but 10. That's just 20 is like, but 10 is literally the standard almost everywhere. But yes. So 10%, guys. If it's $400, 10% is $40.
Yeah.
If it's $1,000, 10% is $100.
Just tip the
just
people.
Fair.
And I would understand not
unless
tipping.
It's horrible service.
Exactly. If it's horrible service, then I'm not going to tip you. And I'll even write on the receipt, no tip because of bad service. I will write so that so that it's not like, oh, she's just a B word. No, I will write down terrible service.
Okay, at least you're really, really, I think I need your help. Like,
yeah,
I saw tip, even though they gave like horrible. I won't just give them the 10%. I will maybe give the $5 if it was like horrible service.
The Bible says you must give with your heart. I can't give you and I'm angry. No, God will not bless me.
You're too sweet. I mean, I'm the too sweet one. Like you're just like, oh, you need to help me.
Come get lessons.
Yeah, like no, you shouldn't tip. Are you sure? Like yeah, you know what I mean. Like I need to really work on that.
Exactly. Nevertheless, that brings us to the end of our top stories. We'll now take a quick ad break and return with more Smell the Coffee.
In 1994, a group of Namibians saw a need for a grassroots Namibian medical aid fund. The Prosperity Medical Aid Fund was born right here, among the hardworking fishermen and ship workers of Walvish Bay. In 2001, in order to establish a fund focused on its members that put their health first, the fund formed its own identity away from its administrators, Prosperity Health. It was named Renaissance Health as a symbol for the renewal of medical funding in Namibia, a transformation in health. Renaissance members voted for their first board of trustees who would carry the fund forward for all Namibians. By 2010, Renaissance had members across the entire Namibia, a fund founded by Namibians for Namibians to ensure access to quality healthcare. In 2020, RMA was put to the test with COVID-19, supplying life-saving oxygen machines door-to-door to members when our Namibian hospitals were full, saving many of its members' lives. RMA is not just a medical aid fund, it's a partner in health for its members, whether through our chronic compliance programs or yearly wellness checkups. RMA was started by you. It belongs to you. A proudly Namibian first medical aid fund providing the best in care for all Namibians. Renaissance Health Medical Aid Fund, serving Namibia since 1994. RMA. Your health comes first.
Namibia has a multilingual society. How does OYO navigate language diversity to ensure that its messages resonate with a wide audience, including those who speak different indigenous languages?
Well, we have two strategies. One of them is to use dance, because dance does not use any word.
Yes.
So you can bring the dance performance anywhere from Zambezi to Karas.
It's an international language.
Exactly. Everybody will understand it, and everybody will interpret it their own way. So that's partly why we actually use dance so much, is because it transcends language, and we don't have that problem. When we do a spoken word type of work, like a movie, we will then use a language that is the best adapted to the situation we are depicting in the movie. So, for example, again, Kukuri, that was happening in the Kavango regions, we use Kwekwe and Bukushu and a little bit of Oshivambo that was from that area. For the latest movie we are busy doing now, Lucas, that is happening in the street of Windhoek, we use Damara and Afrikaans quite a lot. So it depends. The language has to serve the purpose of the work we are doing. And then for the people who don't speak that language, we'll always have English subtitles.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unfortunately, it means that you have to read English. So if you cannot read English, you're a little bit stuck. But it's difficult. I mean, the language issue is difficult in Namibia. You can't translate something really in all the languages. It's too costly. And because our target audience is mostly teenagers, I think we are a little bit privileged because most teenagers do speak English. So that makes things a little bit easier for us.
And just to bring you back also to that issue of translation, some things also get lost in translation.
Completely.
Yes. So, like you're saying, we're very fortunate that we are more English and we can understand English more, so we get the message better. Now, before I let you go, the arts have the power to evoke emotions and stimulate dialogue. Can you share a specific project or performance that sparked important conversations and led to positive change among Namibian youth?
One project that would come to mind is our Caring Namibian Man project. We did this photo project, but it's also a bigger project with photo and clips and now a music video. And it's a project that has to do with gender-based violence, but we didn't want to do another typical gender-based violence project where you look at the man as the aggressor and the woman as a victim or the survivor. We felt there's a bit of we are getting tired of those messages. It does not really work. And we never look at the other side of the spectrum, which is a caring man. So there are a lot of men in Namibia who are doing good things, but they are not celebrated. The one that makes the news, because journalists like, news, are the ones that are beating and raping and stealing
and killing.
Killing. But the ones that are changing the nappies and helping at home and supporting the kids, they never make the news, and yet they are there, present.
Yes.
And if we keep on reinforcing the negative image, which is sometimes what the media is doing a little bit, we make the negative image the norm. So what we tried with this project is to reinforce the positive image, so that if teenagers are growing up, they can also grow up with a positive image. It's okay to be a nice guy. It's okay to help at home. It's okay to change the nappies. It's okay to take care of the baby. It's okay to look after the kids. It's okay to help the elders. And that project has sparked a lot of debates in schools, especially when we have the photos and we present those photos. A lot of people think, can it be? Can we really do that?
Yes.
If we do that, are we not going to be perceived as moffies or as weak or whatever?
And it also goes back to culture.
Exactly.
Because in culture, you're taught as the man, you have to be the provider, you have to go out and work. Changing diapers, cooking and cleaning, that's for the woman.
Exactly. And funny enough, actually, some of the women are very against as well this change. It's my role. I don't want the man to do it. It's me that has to be doing it. So we sparkle those discussions and those debates, and it's really important and really interesting because we get people to start thinking, okay, but what does it really mean to be a man, or what does it really mean to be a woman in the 21st century? We keep talking about gender equality. But what is really gender equality? What does that mean? Am I threatened if I do some of the more female tasks, or am I threatened if my female partner is doing more of the male task and is maybe the provider in the household? What does gender equality mean? And that project is really interesting because it, in a positive way, creates debates and make people think about what type of man do I want to become, or what type of woman do I want to become. And we had a really, really interesting conversation in schools, and we really want to bring this project a bit further because we think it's the way forward. Let's stop reinforcing the negative image. Let's try to make a culture that is looking more at the positive image of what a good Namibian man in the 21st century can look like.
Awesome. Okay, now Dr. Philippe, my very last question. What are the future goals for Oyo? What are we looking at?
Oh God, we have so many. But I mean, we will continue using art to create social awareness, and I think we evolve as the society evolves, and the topic we are working on change as society evolves. Our next big project is about street kids. We had started this year with a movie called Lucas that will be released next year, because we have we are observing, especially in Windhoek, that we have more and more kids living and working in the streets. And that's quite of concern. I mean, if you have kids that are in the street, they don't go to school, they don't get any education, they are lost to the system. They can be quite often involved in drugs and alcohol at an early age. So how do you reintegrate them in society after becomes more difficult. But the fact that is of concern is that we have more and more of those kids. And we don't have them only in Windhoek as it used to be, but you also find them in Swakop, in Ketmans, in other parts of the country. And that's a big concern for us, this divide that is bigger and bigger between the rich and the poor, and and kids in the street are a concern. So that's our big project, is to try to bring that a bit more on the forefront and on the agendas of people. What can we do to prevent more kids from dropping in the street? And how can we maybe deal better with those that are already in the streets?
That is a beautiful initiative. And honestly, it is truly inspiring that Oyo is making these issues, they are getting the discussion going. They're not just sweeping it under the rug, because let's be honest, most of these issues are definitely being swept under the rug. We don't see it, we don't hear it, we just move on with our lives.
Exactly.
All good things must come to an end. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. That is all the time we have for you today on Smell the Coffee. But fear not, we will be back again tomorrow. Same time, same place. From Diana Master and Glenda Rashipura, it's all our love, all our light, and adios.